I have worked with hundreds of freelancers, solopreneurs, and independent professionals over my 16-year career. I've seen multiple people make it to the high six figures or even seven figures in income. I've done it myself. But I've also seen a ton of very talented and promising people sink their career before it even took off because of some simple and easy to avoid mistakes. Hey, my name's Henry Bingaman. I've been a freelancer for over 15 years. Now, on top of my freelancing, I also make videos like these to help other freelancers and independent professionals build a high income career. So in this video, I'm going to give you the top 5 mistakes to avoid to not sink your career. Ready? The first career killing mistake: under communication with your clients. I understand why freelancers go silent on their clients during projects. It's something I'm prone to doing myself, especially if I feel busy or overwhelmed on a project. I just don't want to talk to the client. I don't want to tell them things aren't going perfectly. But really, the most common reason we don't talk to our clients, we're just not thinking about them. We're focused on the work. We're focused on doing a good job. And meanwhile, the client's sitting around wondering if you're even still working on his project. Here's the fact. Research shows that 9 out of 10 clients would do more business with a freelancer if they were better at communication. That means talking to them more often, being more open about the process you're going through. I recommend at least one check-in by email every week. If it's a long project, a lot of clients prefer 2 or 3 emails. It just depends on the type of product and that client. Most of the time, an email is enough. I do have some templates for this in my course, but just talking to clients more is usually enough. They just want to know what you're up to. And the cool thing is, it doesn't even have to be good news. Another study showed that 75% of clients would still work with a freelancer after a big mistake if the communication was good enough. Set up a system for talking to your clients more frequently. You'll have happier clients at the end. All right, the second big mistake: being a phony. For some reason, there's a temptation for especially newer freelancers or independent pros to want to appear bigger than they are, like they're a big company. This is from an old school mentality where some people think the bigger a company is, the more legit it is. It's just not true anymore. But I've seen a lot of freelancers do silly things to make themselves look bigger. Some of them will create a fake email address to pretend that you're talking with their secretary when they don't actually have a secretary. They'll put out a public calendar that has almost all the time slots filled. This makes them look busier than they are. They introduce themselves as the CEO of whatever media incorporated to look like they're more important than they are. Look, a lot of this stuff, trying to look bigger than you are, is scaring off clients. You might feel like a big shot when you tell your aunt at Thanksgiving that you're the CEO of a company, but think about this from the client perspective. There are good reasons some entrepreneurs choose to work with independent pros or freelancers over big companies or agencies. The size of a company is usually related to its level of bureaucracy. So if you don't want to answer to bureaucracy, you don't want to hire an agency or a big company. If you tell a client or a potential client that your fake secretary is fitting them into your fake full schedule, it's telling that client that they have the wrong person. So pretending to be a bigger organization than you are is not going to help. Don't do it unless you want to have a short and unprofitable career. Be yourself. Be honest about what you're doing. All right. Mistake number 3, and this is a big one: not treating yourself like your own client. And not just any client. You are your number one most important client. Here's the thing. You can't serve any of your other clients if you go broke. I don't believe in the hungry freelancer fallacy. Hungry freelancers don't do their best work. So your number one client has to be you. You have to make sure that your client is not working too hard. You're not burning out. You have to make sure you're getting good sleep. You have to make sure your number one client is paying their taxes, keeping their books straight. You have to make sure you have some friends, get some exercise, and make sure that you keep developing your skills and making more and more money. And the number one rule: never, ever, ever let your number one client run out of clients. That ties in nicely with mistake number 4, not having a marketing plan. The main difference between freelancers and employees is that employees only ever have to find a client maybe once every few years. Freelancers, on the other hand, need a constant stream of new clients. Well, I have good news. Getting clients is actually the easy part of freelancing once you have a system in place. It doesn't even really matter what that system is, as long as it works for you. I was pretty good at getting clients at industry events, but a lot of indie pros never go to events, and that's fine too. I'm on record now being against Upwork and Fiverr for most freelancers. However, plenty of freelancers have launched extremely profitable careers from those sites, so it's not like you can't do it. What you do need is a system, something that you know how to do and that works for you. That means even when you don't feel like you need a new client, you have to be working this client getting system. The constant flow of new potential clients dramatically increases the speed at which you can raise your rates in your business because you'll have clients competing to get on your schedule eventually. The point is that you'll avoid this dreaded feast or famine cycle that you hear freelancers complain about so much. Feast or famine just means sometimes a freelancer feels overloaded with work where there's too much of it and they don't even know how they're going to get it done and money is no concern. And then there's the famine phase where all of a sudden all their clients dry up and they have no money coming in. It's a big problem with a lot of freelancers. It will not be your problem if you have a system. Then finally, myth number 5, being just another. So just another copywriter, just another designer, just another programmer, just another videographer or virtual assistant or whatever it is that you do as a freelancer. These are very broad categories. When your clients don't understand exactly what makes you unique and special, you become more of a commodity, which makes it harder to get new clients, and it makes you compete on price instead of some unique skill you have. And you don't want to be competing on price. That's just a race to the bottom. However, if you don't define yourself by any of the broad categories, if you invent your own category based on your own unique skills and experience, then you don't have any direct competition. Now, as you get further along your career, it gets easier to go back to broader categories. For example, I'm over 16 years into my freelance career. So now I can say I'm the copywriter who sold more than $350 million worth of products for my clients, or I'm the guy Steve Harvey called the best damn writer he's ever worked with. But in my early days, I wasn't that copywriter. So I had to base my marketing on skills besides copy, skills that made me different from most other copywriters out there. I call this your mobile money skill stack. I do have a quick exercise that can help you uncover yours, even if you don't think there's anything unique to you for right now. I promise there is, and you're worth a lot more than you think, actually. So we'll put a link down in the description for that course. But even if you don't get the course, don't fall into the trap of being just another. Now, one more thing that can help you stand out, using the right tools to make you look like a pro. So let me give you 5 free tools that make you look like a seasoned pro. These are the best tools I found to manage clients, send invoices, get your marketing pipeline set up, manage files, and a lot more. This gives you everything you need to look like a pro. And again, it's all free. Just go to henrybing.co/free tools. There's a link in the description for that as well. And you can download that for free. Again, henrybing.co/free tools. The link's in the description. But before you click on any of those, why don't you click that cool little thumbs up icon? Then click that subscribe button too. You'll get a lot more cool videos like this one, and you'll help the channel out. Plus, I'm pretty sure every time you like or comment on one of these videos, your freelance income potential goes up by 5 to 10%. Now, I can't prove that, but it can't hurt to try. All right, I'll see you in the next one.